Why aren't ISIS stockpiling them? Well, ISIS are beheading people, but the thought of them having laser pens is just too much for everybody. Oh, that's the threat to Western society, isn't it? But anyway, what I hated about growing up was how all the older generations thought theirs was the best, and they used yours as a punching bag. My nan always says to me, it was better back in her day because she didn't have chavs. And I said, no, grandmother, you just had Nazis. Now I'm willing to admit, the Nazis were better dressed, better looking, harder working. But the closest a chav ever came to invading Europe is an 18 to 30 Magaluf. And believe you me, chlamydia and white lightning can only get you so far before you have to turn back. And why do we hate chavs? Chavs didn't build nuclear weapons, did they? How could you with an MVQ in mopping? But crime's gone up, hasn't it? I remember back in my day, you could go out in the evening and leave your door unlocked. Well, no bloody wonder crime went up then. Fucking asking for it, haven't you? My favourite one is, bring back the cane. Yeah, we're the ones that are meant to be violent and antisocial. They're the ones that want to hit kids with sticks. What I don't get though is that old people are the only ones who ever got the cane. Is it just a generation of sadomasochists? That would explain the Gibbs seat I found in my nan's dresser. Rest in peace, Nan, God bless. But anyway, you know, eventually you grow up and you go to uni. Oh, uni was great. I remember in my first year, I went on a protest in London against the rise in tuition fees. Now, I'm proud of myself, because I was part of the sensible, non-violent majority that went to London that day to express their beliefs in a peaceful manner. And I would like to personally commend the bravery of each and every police officer there that day. Have we got any police in the audience? Good, because I was in a riot. So right, I'm staring through this shield, and these eyes and teeth, they're glaring at me, and they're shouting, "Get back!" I always make someone shit themselves on the front row every time, and that was you tonight. "Get back, you fucking cunt, before I smash your face in." I said, "Mum, can you please move out of the way? I'm going to a protest, it's very rude." But anyway, I get there. Fires are blazing, people are getting beaten up, the police are arresting students. And I'm stood there and I'm taking in all this carnage, and I'm thinking, hey, I am having a quiet one tomorrow. I'm having a slice of Battenberg, a cup of tea, and I'm watching a bit of Loose Women. I cannot cope with this aggressive, fast-paced London lifestyle. I've not even gotten off the bloody tube yet. But a lot of students did get arrested, and I don't think we should mock that. But then again, isn't prison a lot like uni? Have we got any students in? Oh good, because it makes this joke easier. No, prison's a lot like uni, and I can tell you, because I've been there, and, right, you're sharing accommodation with a bunch of drug abusers. You're at high risk of sexual assault and rape, statistically speaking, you know. And when you get out, it's really fucking hard to find a job. Though that isn't entirely fair, because I don't know any prisoner that's in the same amount of debt I'm in. But no, uni was a good time. I met my ex-girlfriend, even though she'd done me. On the day she left me, right, she said this. She said, "Dean, you're like Marmite. Best kept in a jar which I can open and stick a knife into." would say this about her though. She is the poshest thing I have ever eaten. And I've had Ferrero Rocher. Birmingham, I'd say you've been a fucking mint audience. Thank you. Have yourselves a good night.